Hi everyone, ukgirlinsf here with another video on the Elvis Monthly Magazine. Now, like I've said in previous videos, this was like the Bible to the Elvis fan, the Elvis Monthly. But this issue unfortunately broke a lot of hearts because as it was going to press, it was announced that Elvis had got married. Shock, horror for the Elvis female fans. But anyway, it came out in June 1967. It was still 64 pages in length, and the price had gone up to 2 and 6pence by then. And at the bottom, it says Elvis marries, exclusive story on pages 52 to 55. Now, originally this magazine was about the new single, Easy Come, Easy Go, which went with the film of the same title. And it was all about that. But of course, then they had to add some stuff on the marriage. So the foreword was written by Albert Hand, as usual. And at the bottom, he does a PS. He says, "The news of Elvis's marriage came as an even greater surprise than the new single and hit us just as we were going to press with this edition. An exclusive report will be found on other pages, and next month's magazine will be a souvenir issue of this momentous occasion. Order your copy now to avoid disappointment, as the demand is bound to be very heavy." And of course it was. So a lot of hearts were broken around the world, but the magazine had a section at the back on Elvis saying "I do," and I'm trying to find it actually. Elvis Says I Do by Peter Jones, and it was all about the wedding and Priscilla and what went on. And of course the July issue would have a lot more about the wedding in it, and I can't remember if I have a copy of the July edition. I certainly don't have it here in America. It might be in my stuff at home in England. But anyway, so the middle page was, of course, on the wedding, that famous picture of the cake and Elvis and Priscilla, and the beautiful cake. And as we all know, the Elvis fans, Elvis got married at the Aladdin Hotel in Las Vegas, which has since been demolished, and he had 2 best men, so extra points if you can name them. And the magazine had a lot about the marriage, but of course the July issue would have had a lot more. And they had the regular features in here, in the June issue. Discovering Elvis, which, like I've said before, is one of my favorites. And L Topics, letters from fans. We have a section in here, one reader's ideas for Elvis, and then a picture from Blue Hawaii. And let me see, we've got Elvis charts summaries, the Elvis top 20. Again, this would be in most issues because it was giving all the songs and where they were in the charts. And L Topics again, fans writing in. I always enjoyed that. Now, this issue features a story which, in hindsight, I can laugh at. But at the time, it was very distressing for a lot of fans, especially in India. And all we could do was imagine if this had happened to us. And the story starts with a cruel hoax. The story of a cruel hoax. And this guy in Bombay had written to the authorities in Delhi and asked them if they would book a hall for 2 famous, well-known American artists that were coming to Delhi to give a concert. The letter requested the society to book the hall for a musical night in which the well-known pop singer Elvis Presley and renowned jazz musician Louis Armstrong would take place. But unfortunately, this guy did a runner with the money from over 2,000 tickets that were sold. So all these Indian fans were bitterly disappointed when they went to go to the concert, and of course Elvis was a no-show along with Louis Armstrong. And apparently no complaint was officially made to the Delhi authorities. So the article finishes with, all we can say is that he must have been a devil in disguise. So in hindsight, like I say, I can laugh about it, but if I had been one of those fans at the time, I would have been very upset and bitterly disappointed. And here we have a knockout competition. So obviously a fan was asking fans to make a decision between the songs listed here, one column versus the songs in the other column. And so that was a new feature in this magazine. Now, again, like I said, the magazine had a lot of regular features, but then every month they would have a different feature, which was always interesting. And letters, like I said, and the best of Elvis in films. An American Reader gives us an idea. Whoever that American reader was. And again, advertising, and then a picture of the man. And the magazine was always full of pictures and articles, and it was a great magazine, and I really enjoy looking through and reading through the old issues. But anyway, I hope you've checked out my other videos on YouTube, especially on the Elvis Monthly, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And keep on listening to the man. This is UK Girl in SF, sounding out and signing off.